After the 3-0 weekend that I would say a lot of people didn't believe in, but they never lost faith and then executed on the Rift. It's Diamond, the support for FlyQuest, not FlyQuest Academy. Speak respect on his name. FlyQuest here joining me after a victory over Immortals, which was a scrappy game early on that had you have a lot of the kills on Blitzcrank. Talk me through the drafts, how you ended up on Blitzcrank, and what this game was like.
Well, there's a way to draft against C9 Academy. I mean, against Fly Academy. Sorry, C9 Academy as well. Is that we pick Thresh early, and if they pick Thresh from us, then I punish them. So you have to ban Thresh. Just pay the tax, man. Like people have been paying the tax for 3 years now. Just pay the tax.
There it is. Just pay the tax, man.
If you steal the Thresh, I crank you. That's how it works. And in the pregame lobby, enemy support was talking shit. So I was hovering Braum for fun. At the end of that, I was gonna pick Blitzcrank from the start. Like this guy was gonna go down, and I saw a bullet in the middle too. So that's how it goes.
Damn, man.
Yes, like,
wait. We gotta dive into that. You can't bring up the spiciness and then not dive into there. Young Destiny has traveled the world. He played over in the LEC/EULCS, and he's trying to give the business. He doesn't know anything about the young diamond in the rough right here, man.
No, actually, he's really good friends with like a lot of my friends. I like to just joke about it. I like to just eager with people just like for fun, like just for the banner. Yeah. But I actually love like Disney. I think he's a great guy. Like I just love the banner. That's all. But he loves it too, so it's just for fun. For sure. All
right. How did the rest of the game unfold there, where it was just action in the bottom side of the map?
Well, my jungler refused to come bot. He's saying that like their top laner is like feeding, so he's just going to top. So I was like, well, that blows. Like we could have killed the bot lane like 100 times, but after like level 1 thing. But our game plan coming to the game was that it was more like guaranteed to go top, which is like what our game plan was about from the get-go. So we stick to our plan. They dove up a couple times. The top was crying, and we were just had to weak side a bit. At the end, I told my AD carry a little bit, just like, you sit back, bro. Like, they gotta go bots, and we didn't respect like one of his timings, and we died, and it's like kind of sad. But I mean, we knew most of what was gonna happen. And our way of playing is that we'll make something happen no matter what. And like, if you're on the tower, you're gonna die. And if your jungler shows anywhere, we're gonna dive you. Yeah. And we don't really hold back, and like our whole team kind of plays the same way. So we're just all humping every lane at the same time.
Yeah, well, again, just the coordination that you guys have shown has been exciting. To close this thing out here in this specific match, were you not afraid of this Fed Aphelios that we've seen everybody be able to carry on? We've seen Danny over at Evil Genius has pulled that out multiple times, and Raze was getting something going there. Were you guys not worried about that, given the fact that you had Lethality Varus, which is known to fall off a little bit later on in the game?
Actually, we planned this. We knew they were going to pick Aphelios, so they want to go Thresh from us. So our plan was to draft like champs that like Aphelios is not too good against. So we had Varus that creates a lot of zones, and we had Azir as well. So Aphelios can't really hit anyone in the game without just getting ran by the Azir and the Varus. So we knew from get-go that like even if he's strong, he won't matter that much. So that was like kind of the idea. Like obviously, like if we played better and around the jungler, the Aphelios wouldn't even be strong in the first place. But we know for a fact that like if you put Teddy in on this Aphelios like shoes, it probably won't change that much. Like you can't do damage in 2 fights the whole game. So yeah, we're chilling. Well, this caps off a 3-0 week after what has been a tumultuous set of weeks here for FlyQuest, and you guys are the saviors that come on in, make the change, make the plays happen, and get 3 in a row after 10 losses in a row. How's that feel specifically for you, who started on this LCS roster, got benched midway through last split, and now find your way back on up here, leading the team to success? It feels good to come back and have another chance. When I got benched, I told Nick, I will make you Academy first place, and then I made the Academy first place, and here I am again in LCS with the 3-0. So I knew like something was off from my first like split. I think I had a lot of nerves, not necessarily nerves, but I lost a lot of confidence because I came into a roster with not necessarily veterans, but players that had a lot to say, and it's not my type of way of playing. Like I'm more of a leader type of person, and I try to lift up the people around me and make them feel at ease. So when I came into a roster with people that had more experience than me, it made me kind of shut down the way I usually play, and I lost a lot of confidence from just playing worse overall. Like after like every single day that we're losing, like at first we lost like so many scrims, and when I was in C9 Academy, we just never lost scrims. So like I had like 90% win rate in scrims. Like we just smack everyone and end the day at like 3 p.m. And then I got into FlyQuest, and like our first couple of weeks were like literally did not win like many games. You know, like we won like one game every set or no games. You know,
Yeah.
and it was like pretty depressing at first. For me, it was like a big reality check kind of, and I still learned a lot from it. But I think near the end, I got kind of well, I had lost too much confidence. And the way I'm playing, if I lose confidence, I will just turbo run down because I'm a really aggressive player and like I play off instinct. So
Yeah.
if I think something is wrong in the game, like based off of what we're doing, I'm gonna like try to do something that will make it good by instinct. And we had like a lot of trouble with like mid jungle support synergy, and we were not on the same page at all for a long time with the split. So I would try to get vision by myself. I'd die, and I was like going to the strong side while like we're going to weak side or something like that, and like I would just die all the time. So like I'm not the kind of player that will just like sit back and like accept that we're losing. I will probably take it in my hands, and I think that made me look so much worse than I actually am. And
Sure.
I think I got like scapegoated really hard. I think with the first split, and I think Licorice got scapegoated super hard for the second split. I don't think we're bad guys. Like it's like the like the narrative around us being bad is not true, and I wish the fans like could give benefit of the doubt because like there's way more that goes into behind the scenes than what people see. Like the pro players are not like fucking stupid, you know. Like we don't just like run into the fucking bush where the only team is there like for fun, like just because we're bad. Like there's something in the game. Like there's more than the game. Like more behind the scenes that people don't know.
Sure. I mean, if anyone understands that concept, it was me, given the fact that we lost a lot over Golden Guardians, man. So
Yeah.
being able to bounce back from that, I think, is huge. And you described a lot of what happened while you were on the LCS roster and how it manifested. You dying, you trying to push the envelope, you getting aggressive. And you said you learned a lot. What did you learn from that? Because I think, again, you did a brilliant job describing what happened, but what did you learn from that and take over the last, I guess, half a year?
Yeah, honestly, like I'm not making excuses. Like it might sound like I'm making excuses, but I was.
It doesn't. It doesn't. I want to reassure you that it doesn't.
Yeah.
Because again,
Like-
what you're saying makes sense.
I was playing fucking bad. Like honestly, like I look back at the games and I'm like shit. I was really insane. But that to me, like I just wasn't the right piece for that roster. I think for the start, and this is where it is. I think Eric also like Licorice was the right piece for the previous roster that wasn't on as well. Because
Sure.
I think Eric needs someone that gives him a lot of directions. Like Eric is the type of player that needs like someone to tell him like you're weak side, don't kill yourself. Like that type of stuff. Like that might be like very simple, but Eric needs this because it changes everything that he's doing. And it's
Yeah.
not that he's bad; it's that he has like strength. He has like different strengths than other players. Right? And
Yeah.
when a team can abuse them, then it looks like way stronger.
Right.
Like I
right.
think in GG right now, he looks way stronger because this whole team plays around him. Like they just want Eric to carry, and Eric is good enough to carry. Man, just let him carry. And
For sure.
can you repeat your question, please? I got sidetracked a little bit.
No. This is great. Don't worry about that question. I don't want to talk about the old roster now. I want to talk about this new roster here that you have now. Why does this one work for you?
I think it's because, or I think I explained it in a different interview a bit, but the way we play is like, or my philosophy of the game and Kumo's philosophy, because we're both the shot caller of the team.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like we have everyone talks in the team, obviously, but we're like the people that talk the most and try to lead the game forward in the way we think the most. We have newer players or like players that don't have ego at all. So like Tomo's a newer player with no ego. Still like Triple is a new player with like zero ego, and like NXI, Steven might not be new, but he's like for this level of play, he's new, right? So NXI is a new player coming out of Scaring Ground. So like all these players have no ego. They accept all the feedback that you give them for sure. They are built from the ground up, like new players, kind of like that's the philosophy that we have. So we can put our idea of how we think is best, and because even if it's not the best idea, we're all on the same page on it, and it makes the game like so much easier because everyone just like trusts each other. Like we take fights, like I can like even quote like our CLG game, like we take fights where like we like inted super hard, like the like a dragon setup, like we griefed the dragon setup, like we should have stayed mid, we should have done like so much better, we could have like done 100 things better, right?
Yeah.
But because we know we're all inted at the same time, we're gonna fucking fight these guys, and like we know like that if a team takes us in a fight at the dragon, we're gonna show them because hey, this is LPL, man. Like you come to the rat's den in the bot lane near the dragon pit, you're going down. Like this is like a meme that we talk about like that from C9 where we say like the academy team is like we're the academy rats, and if you come fight us at the den, we know the territory, bro. Like you're going down. that's like our idea. It's like might not be the smartest, but the rats know how to fight. So that's what we do.
All right, well, it doesn't matter how smart you were. 3-0 is 3-0, especially after the 10-game losing streak. Your return back to the LCS will be highlighted as one of the major reasons for that. Diamond, congratulations on the win. Congratulations on the turnaround. And best of luck for the rest of the split, brother.
Thank you so much.